It's a horror to read about teenage girls writing suicide notes. Like, I think it's like 25% of them wrote a suicide note within the last year or so.
The challenges, the psychological challenges that appear to be on the increase right now in our culture, the growth in anxiety, depression, all kinds of mental health challenges, teen suicide. And I wonder if you could speak specifically to how the training in mindfulness and compassion and being a teacher can help us be empowered to address the mental health challenges in our culture and in our world.
This question really speaks to both of our life work, which is putting together the wisdom of Eastern psychology and also drawing some of the best of Western psychology. So what we begin to discover is that the powerful trainings from Eastern psychology of mindful, loving presence, of forgiveness and compassion, and the ways that we work with our own heart and mind, those then can be folded in or draw on the Western understandings of trauma or the Western understandings of conflict resolution that are part of the training and the best of the training in Western psychology, that we can draw those in, and we've integrated them into the program. It's primarily the program of transforming the heart and mind from these great traditions, and it includes those tools as well that are exactly what's needed for people who are experiencing depression, anxiety, fear, confusion, loss of ground, and so forth. There's beautiful teachings of how to work with this. And they come primarily from the Eastern tradition, but then they get supported by all this new understanding in Western psychology.
It's an epidemic level, and it's only going to grow because of, it's just, we're in an existential, there's existential fear on the planet, because of the climate crisis and so much instability. So it's growing, and it's a horror to read about teenage girls writing suicide notes. There's huge statistics. It's scary. And it's the reason that U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has actually offering mindfulness meditations. There's a reason. There's so much research. And as Jack said, there's the centuries of people finding that there's an amazing power when we can train our minds to pause, to touch what's going on, and to hold it with kindness. So one of the things that it feels clear is that we need more people to teach this, and also it needs to be in all the institutions. And that is, as Jack mentioned, that's what's happening. Because Tami, you described how to have it be widespread in the society. It has to be in the schools. Children need to know how to calm themselves down, how to deal with bullying, how to deal with addiction, the whole thing. It needs to be in prisons. It needs to be in every institution. And that's happening. That's one of the things that gives me the most hope, is how there's not an institution in our society that isn't now beginning to offer mindfulness trainings of some sort.